Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to cover what I think is going to be one of the biggest waves of crypto in the next bull run. And there's reasons behind this. Some people think, well, maybe not so much. I think everything's going to be AI that's popping off, but I disagree with that. I know obviously artificial intelligence is going to do really well in the next bull run, but I really think that the gaming and metaverse space is going to absolutely explode in the next bull run. We've got a lot of games out there that are just starting to become like AAA games in this gaming space. And there's already a few, I think like in France, that have taken off and become the #1 game in that country. And I think that all it's going to take is for one of these games in the metaverse and Web3 space to just absolutely become a #1 hit. And then once the gamers realize that there's real money to be made in this and that they have true ownership of everything that they earn in their games, it's going to explode. And I'm going to go over some things in this video to show you why I think that is the case and a few of the tokens that I think are going to do really well in the next bull run. So let's jump into it. All right, as you can see here, we've got on CoinGecko, I've pulled up the GameFi space, and ICP is the #1 currently. ApeCoin's #2. We got the Sandbox, Axie Infinity, Gala, Engine, Illuvium. And a lot of these tokens are going to do really well. And in fact, all it's going to take is one gaming coin to one game in the Web3 to become extremely successful and get known worldwide. And the majority of these tokens are going to go absolutely insane. Now, the tokens that I'm going to cover here today, a lot of them aren't necessarily particular to one game, like Illuvium. And some of the other ones are not preferable coins because they kind of base themselves on one particular game. The ones that I'm looking at are like a gaming platform tokens mostly, or to do with a metaverse where there's multiple things that can be used on the platform and the token can be used for multiple things. I think those are the ones that are going to do the best. And if we look at the reasons behind this here, I'm going to go to this article. And here it's talking about the rise of gamification, and in India the gaming market's pretty big. It's like 2.8 billion currently, and they think by 2025 it's going to be almost double that at 5 billion in 2025. So just the gross annual growth rate is going to be huge, and that's just between 2022 and 2025, it's going to almost double. And then if you look at this other article here, it says the Web3 and gaming industry predict the gaming industry's market size will be valued at about 125.7 billion by 2025 as Web3 is being introduced. This value is projected to increase even more. It'll be an advancement specifically allowing players to interact and engage in innovative ways in games. It allows users to own in-game assets. And why this is going to be huge, people think some of these Web3 games that are out there aren't that great. That's right, there aren't really too many great Web3 games. Gala's starting to come out with some, and so are these some of these other platforms. And they're just going to continually adopt more and more games. And eventually, one of them is going to take off. And once that happens, the rest are going to follow. Because these game developers are going to finally realize that these players want to actually own all of this stuff that they are earning in these games. And what if you could get like some kind of, like in World of Warcraft, there are certain titles that you can earn by beating bosses on hard mode. And like I had like the Wrath of the Lich King, I forget the title. I had the title for that on hard mode, Kingslayer, I believe it was. And there were a bunch of other titles I had on World of Warcraft, but it's been over 10 years since I played it. But what if you could bring these titles with you to other games? And that's what some of these platforms are going to be able to do. Like, you're going to be able to have titles from other games to carry with you to new games, so people know that you're a good gamer. And a lot of the stuff will be able to, with AI, they'll be able to carry over your weapons and gear and stuff that you've earned from one game to another using artificial intelligence to recreate that in the new game. And a lot of these things are going to be, really cool for players to do, because it gives you recognition other than like badges and stuff that you have on Steam. These are things that you actually be able to bring with you to other games, and it's going to be really cool for gamers to do that. And the best part about it is, once these gaming manufacturers realize that they can make a percentage, 5 or 10% off from each sale of these items as NFTs in the secondary marketplace, they're going to be okay with it, because they're still getting revenue from these items being sold in the secondary market, while the players are making some serious money themselves and actually being able to sell their items if they want to other players. So it's really a win-win for both of them. And I think once that catches on and people start learning how to use Web3 and NFTs, it's going to just explode. And based on these articles here, 125 billion by 2025, that's, less than 2 years away. That's, and if we look at the market cap right now, it's at 7.7 billion. So that's, that's probably like a 15x from here in the current market cap for gaming for Web3. And the first token I want to talk about here is ApeCoin. I know some people don't like ApeCoin. Right now it's at an absolute steal of a price at $2.11. But personally, I think ApeCoin is going to do between $30 to $50 in the next bull run fairly easily, if not $75 or more, because the people that are behind this ApeCoin, they're not going to just stop with this one metaverse that they're building, the other side deeds. That's just their first game. That's just their first metaverse. And that is huge in the crypto world. And with Yuga Labs, they've got all of these huge celebrities and stuff that have these Bored Apes and Mutant Apes that are going to be promoting this coin. And all it's going to take is one of them to promote this coin during the bull run, and people are going to jump in on this thing like crazy. And I just have a feeling that that's going to happen, and you're going to see ApeCoin go, through the roof. So that's why I've accumulated quite a few ApeCoin already, and I'm staking mine so I can earn more while I'm waiting for the bull run to happen. I'm just being patient. Yeah, my average on it is like probably $3 and something, so I'm down on my investment right now. But I don't care about that. I know it's coming, and I know that eventually I'm going to get some serious returns out of this token, in my opinion. And then if we go to Gala Games, a lot of people want to hate on Gala Games, but you're going to see Gala Games probably hit $1 or more in the next bull run, in my opinion. And a lot of people are reporting this, this circulating supply and this market cap on Gala. They're saying, according to CoinGecko, is at $5 billion in the last bull run. I found out that that's not true. A lot of people are saying that on Dune and some other platforms, this actually hit like a 13 to 20 some $1 billion market cap in the last bull run, and that CoinGecko's not reporting it correctly. But either way, at the current market cap of only 500 million, that's a steal for Gala. And yes, it could get down to 1.5 cents or something, maybe lower if we get another crash. Who knows? But I'm just going to keep accumulating these at low prices, because at 50 cents or $1, who cares if I paid 1.5 cents or 2 cents or 3 cents for it? I'm still going to make huge gains on this thing. And Gala is continually building and building and building and listening to their community. And they're also pulling in these Web 2 players as much as they can to get them into the platform and slowly get them, adjusted to Web 3 over time. And that's what they're going to have to do. But I think Gala's going to take off and explode in this next bull run. And they don't just have one game, they're a whole platform with multiple games, and they continually add more. And one of them is going to be a hit, The next one is this Games for Living. This one is a higher risk, low market cap. It's only at 7.8 million right now. But I've covered this one in my video before. The team behind it is absolutely fantastic, and I think this is going to do really well. Starting to get around this 1 cent mark. It's starting to be in a really good price range here for me to start buying some. It was up to almost 2 cents before, so it's down almost 50%. from what it was like 3 weeks ago. So starting to get down in that price range where I'm probably going to start accumulating some now. So if you're looking for a 100x shot, this might be one to look at for you. That's just my opinion for my portfolio. You do what you think is best for your portfolio. Don't take my advice, do your own research, but I really think this one's going to do really well. The other one that I think is going to do really well is Medicaid. Currently, we don't even have the market cap here. I want to say it's around 15 million or less right now. The majority of the tokens are in circulation, but it doesn't display here on CoinGecko. I know there's 200 million tokens being in the contract right now for staking, and that's rewarding a 40% yield. So another 40% of that 250 million tokens is going to be in the circulating supply after that's done in October. And I have my MK staking right now at the 40% rate for 6 months. And then the total supply on this is only 2 billion tokens, so it's really low supply. So it has the potential to get to a really high price. And I think Medicaid's probably going to hit $1 or so in the next bull run as well. I think it's going to take off. Their CEO is a really sharp guy, and he's actually been meeting at this he went to this Neo Tokyo, and he's gotten involved with that. And I want to show you a video here of Alex Becker, his most recent video. You guys have probably heard of him. He's a multi, I think he's like in the hundreds of billions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars. He's like I think he's like worth like $150 million or more, and if not a billionaire. I think he just sold one of his businesses for just an absolute ton of money. But he's in this Neo Tokyo, and what that is there all these gamers in Web3 have come together, and they're trying to build the metaverse and gaming space and try to help other people get their platforms built that have done this before and were successful. And the CEO of Medicaid is actually in that circle with those guys. And with this Neo Tokyo, they all kind of get together and kind of plan what they're building and how to do all this. So they have inside scoop as to what's going on. And all of these platforms, if you guys think about it, they know what's coming because their investors invest in them, have done the models. They've done these financial models on whether or not these products are going to be a good investment for them. And all of these companies that are coming together like this, their investors know the numbers, they know the predictions, and that's why they're investing into these gaming and metaverse platforms, because they know what's coming and they're ahead of the curve. So if you guys don't think this is going to explode, I don't know what to tell you, but all of these platforms are getting involved and they're building during this bear market, and this thing is going to explode in my opinion. And they're going to be having all this funding to advertise all of this and get a lot of hype behind it. Just remember that these investors are going to want a return on their investment. So this Web3 space is going to have huge backing and huge advertisements behind it as well. And you can bet on that with Yuga Labs and their connections and all the celebrities behind that for the ape coin. And that's why I'm heavily invested into it. It's one of my largest token holdings. So I just wanted to go over this with you guys and get you thinking about the GameFi space. I know not a lot of people are talking about it right now. People think GameFi has already had it's already had its run. I don't think so. I think it just got started, and I think it's going to blow up. NFTs themselves, maybe another story. We may see another big bull run on NFTs themselves in the next bull run, but I don't know. I'm not sure that'll happen or not. So I'm not really investing in any NFTs themselves right now. I went in heavily in NFTs in the last bull run and got burnt on a lot of it and lost a lot of money. I still have my NFTs, so I may make my money back if it comes back in the future, but my initial investment in those is down. So I'm not investing in any NFTs currently. But these gaming and metaverse tokens, you can sure bet that I am. I would appreciate it, guys, if you hit that subscribe button, and if you hit the notification bell so you get notifications of my videos. I try to do realistic and honest videos for you guys that are practical, and try to give you information that's useful, and try to show you information to back up where I'm coming from as best as I can. Obviously, I'm not an expert at any of this. I just try to do the best that I can to get you guys some good information out there to go by. And appreciate it if you'd like this video. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. But I would really love to hear from you guys in the comments below what gaming and metaverse tokens, if any, that you're holding, which ones you're bullish on. And I know there's a lot more that are great tokens that I didn't cover in this video, but I don't want to make it too long. I just covered the 4 that I think personally that I'm investing in myself, and I think are going to do really well. There are other ones that I'm adding as well that are smaller portions of my portfolio that I didn't put in this video because they're a higher risk, really high risk token, and I just have like a few $100s of them or something. I would love to hear from you guys in the chats about any ones that you're looking at, and I can, you know, take a look at them and possibly do a video on them if I think they're a good project. Don't forget, I do have the free Telegram chat as well that you can jump in and ask any questions if you have any, or any suggestions. I appreciate that as well. But that's all I have for this video, guys. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.